It's the penultimate game of the weekend here on High Button Sports. Smack Dab, right from the Hub City. My name's Dayton Camo, welcoming you inside the Colchester Legion Stadium for the second last game of the night here on High Button Sports between the visiting Kings Hockey Club and the Fundy Thunder. Teams will skate to center ice. And now we'll get set for the opening draw. This one's won by the Thunder. Sent up to Atkinson. He'll backhand one into the offensive zone. Starting in net tonight for the visiting Kings, rather, Joseph Saunders. And on the other end of the ice, Callum DeWolf in net for the Thunder. Amiro, he'll send a bump into his man on the far side. A battle in that far side corner. This one comes around to Corkum. He grabs it, but Atkinson controls a loose puck before it gets chipped to Charlie LeBlanc. He'll send it up to Jackman, the captain. He makes a move, stops up. He'll get worked off the puck down there in the corner. This one gets back to the point, kept in at the line by Romaine, and now Grancelli working in. Grancelli, he's spun off the puck down there, and Moore comes in to pick it up. He'll backhand one up the wall, and this one's put cross ice off the stick of Makar Sidark. And a long pass up the center. Grancelli, he'll dump one into the offensive zone. Puck played to the far side. Now, this one's worked in. Pass goes to Rennie. He shoots that glove down, but the rebound is there, and Saunders will hold on as some pushing and shoving ensues early into this one. And that's about as early as I've heard a 50-50 winner called, less than 5 minutes in. They work fast here in Truro. This one's put around the wall. It's worked up to Grancelli. He puts one through the neutral zone and back to Rennie. Rennie will put this one back. And now it's up the far side. The Kings corral at Weston. Helped out by Lemoyne. Lemoyne worked in, tried to strip Laba of the puck. He rips one off the blocker. And that one goes up into the netting, so we'll get another face-off inside the King zone. Face off one of the glove, and that one's snagged by Saunders. Culp will send one through neutral ice. That one gets put right back in. Corkum has to go corral it for the Kings. Sends one up through the center. It gets intercepted by Jacob Conger and sent back down for McIver. Now he circles around the top of the zone. A shot goes in. They score! Jacob Cogger puts home the loose puck off the shot from the half wall, and the Thunder have taken a 1-0 lead here at home. Face off one back by the Kings into their own end. Romaine will play this one into the corner. Now up the half wall goes Frazier. Sidarik goes up the near side wall. That one will go the length of the ice, but no icing on the call as Newfield gets it back. Now Sidarik, he fans on the shot, plays a backhander into the corner. Now this one goes cross ice for Romaine. He'll go back to his partner, Sidarik, who goes through the center, and that one's off a stick, but picked up by the captain, Jackman. He's in all alone, a toe drag, and he scores. What a move. A little toe drag to the backhand, finished off on the forehand by Jackman and the captain as this all evened up. This one's played back for Pitts. He goes up to Moore. It's chipped in through center. Pitts goes back to pick it up. Up the wall to Atkinson. He goes through the neutral zone. It's picked up by Weston and chipped in by Charlie LeBlanc. They'll get a whistle with 15:31 to go in the opening frame. Draw will come right outside the Kings zone. This one's won by Rennie. They'll try and send one in front. Cochran in there to help out as well. He's pinned to the boards by Charlie LeBlanc. Puck goes back, and that's gloved up by Saunders. And we'll get a whistle. Face off one by the Kings, and Grancelli now with a burst of speed, working down, a hold coming. And now the Thunder will be shorthanded. A holding call coming, and the Kings will be off to the power play. Back at the point now, Amiro. To Grancelli, back to Amiro, now across to Cole. His shot tipped in front. Now picked up by Amiro on the half wall. Kings trying to set something up. Amiro stops behind the net. Looks for an option. Goes back to Grancelli. Across to Cole. Cole works the shot in. That one rips around the end boards, and Grancelli able to keep it in. Back up top to Amiro. He goes down to Grancelli. Amiro now. Shot goes in. That one's wide of the net. Spin from Thompson, and that one's put off the pad. And now it's back to Grancelli. Cole working in. Now one bobbled, put around the wall, and kept in by Grancelli on the far side. Now Corkum working around. He snaps a pass back to Cole. Now Amiro. Amiro, his shot squeezed up by the pad of the Wolf. And we'll get a face-off. Now Sidarik back up to Kolp. He rips one. That one goes over the net. Now back down low. It's Jackman. He goes back to Sidarik. Sidarik to Jackman. Jackman now collects it back down low. Kolp to Sidarik. Sidarik at the point. That one's swallowed up by Calendar Wolf. With only seconds remaining on this power play. 13 minutes left to go here in the opening frame. Now we'll get set for the face-off back down to the left of Callum DeWolf. It's won by the Kings. As Sidarik tries to throw one through the slot, it's taken away and sent to the far side. Gulp will pick it up. Drop it back for Romaine. Romaine goes up to Chisholm. That one's taken away. Back in the defensive zone, Sidarik. He spins, tries to lay one back. It's intercepted. Now a shot from the point goes wide. Lemoyne. Nice drag move. He works in, tries to find Chisholm. That one no good. Now Romaine across to Sidarik. Tries to find the stick of Chisholm down low. It hopped over. Now a puck comes up the near side. Sidarik chips at it, tries to pinch and keep this one in. And he sends it back all the way to Joseph Saunders. This one's going to be cleared by Weston. And sent up the wall. A hip check attempt from Laba, and he sent himself into the boards. Now through center. The Thunder away. It's picked up by Atkinson. That shot is turned aside by Saunders. And will hold on. The Thunder win the draw. A loose puck in front. A penalty coming as well, and Baird picks it up as he shoots one on. Now a head contact penalty. We'll see to who. And Moore will pick up the head contact. We'll see if it's 2 or 4. It will be 4 minutes. So the Kings set up on their lengthy man advantage. The puck goes back to Weston at the top. Across for Lively, and that shot snagged up by the Wolf. Thompson will work in off the draw. He wins that one back. Now Weston at the point. Jackman works in his shot off the pad. A loose puck is sitting there. It's cleared all the way back down to Saunders. Saunders goes across to Lively, and Lively plays it to the far side. No one there as Lava hammers that one back around. Weston goes cross ice for Frazier. Frazier looking for an option. Weston makes a move and turns on the Jets. Just trying to enter the zone and get set up here for the Kings. Now this one's sent down the ice one more time. Amiro will come back to gather it up. Amiro makes a move at the blue line. He works his way in, stops up at the half wall. Back to Frazier at the point. He drags. Back to the point to Amiro. Amiro shot. That one's tipped on. And now into the corner. Back to Frazier on the half wall and picked up by Amiro. He'll leave it there for Frazier. His shot blocked at the top. And now this one's sent down the ice. Saunders came out of his net a little quickly on that one. And now up goes Jackman through center. He'll get into his office right there on the half wall. Try to slide one back to Sidarik, but Jude Cochran was back there to close off the lane. Now Corkum picks it up, goes to Jackman on the backhand. He can't corral that one cleanly, and now Sidarik back to center ice. He'll find a lane. Sidarik working in. Cole drops it down low and now picked up behind the net. Baird will grab it and throw that one down the ice. Saunders out to play it. Leaves it for Sidarik, but he's got Atkinson all over him. Now poked away by Baird. He's got a chance in front. The backhander goes over the net. Now Sidarik working in, giving it to Baird. Looks like he'll get a penalty. So it will be Sidarik. Also for head contact. We'll see if that's a 4 or if that's a 2. So that will be a 4 to Makar Sidarik. Four on four for about 40 seconds, and then 3 and 20 of power play time for the Thunder. Now Jacob Cogger working up. He's got a goal already in this game. He opened the scoring. Now back down low. Shot blocked. Now Parker sends one through. That one's tipped in front into the corner. Uloth can't get possession as he swings at that one. Picked up by Cogger. He bobbles, and now Culp will send one down the ice. As the Thunder now set up on the power play. Work down the ice. And the pass goes across for Jude Cochran. They'll work it in. Cochran goes back to Max Parker. Now Cochran on the half wall. He'll send it back to Parker, who fires that one just wide of the net. Now Cogger battling down low. Uloth will get it, throw it back to Rennie, whose shot goes wide. Now Cochran will find a lane. That one's shot in by Rennie and blocked in front. Maybe a save from Saunders mixed in there as well with the dog pile in front of the blue paint. Now worked up by Maddox Rennie. They'll work into the slot. Baird will stop up. Baird goes back to Atkinson. He can't control that one, and it goes all the way back down into the defensive zone. Now up goes McIver. Back to the point to Pitts. Back over to McIver, and he'll drop back for Pitts. With the return feed for McIver. His shot in, the rebound back to him. He goes back to Pitts, who was ready to wind up and fire, but they'll go down into the corner. That one intended for Atkinson, but he bobbled. And now Amiro has possession in the corner, intending to kill some time. McIver tells Pitts to get over and seal the wall, and he'll jump in and cover for Baird, who went in deep. That one's finally blown dead, and we'll get a face-off inside the Kings zone. Just under 5 to go. Face-off will be won and put back into the corner. Romaine intended to kill some time, and Cogger will rip one. Second of the night for Jacob Cogger. Have a Sunday. Glover will corral this one for the Kings. Off the draw, it's sent across to Weston, who dumps this one in deep. This one sent back to the point, kept in by Weston. He goes deep into the corner. Around the wall for Frazier. Glover keeps it in, back to Weston. In for Frazier, he drags, shoots, the rebounds in there. And it's cleared down the ice. Won't have enough for the icing. Linesmen say no, and a quick pass up for Weston. And then Frazier will dump this one deep into the corner. Now a penalty coming for the Kings. DeWolf making sure it's safe to leave the net before he does. he won't get time to, as the Thunder will send out their top line on the power play. And Ben Frazier will make his way to the box. Face off on the near side. Trent Uloff working in against the other 91 and the other skipper. That'll be Jackman. Now Rennie at the point. This one's tipped off to Grancelli into the netting. Uloff and Jackman again on the draw. It's one by Uloff as he ties Jackman up. Now a shot from Rennie goes in. That one's wide of the net. It'll circle all the way around the zone. And Max Parker has to come back and get it. This one's sent up for Cochran. He'll go cross ice for Parker. Parker works in his shot wide of the net. The rebound sits there for Cochran, and that one's played wide. Parker gets that puck on the far point. He'll backhand one in. It's almost taken away, and now a chance for Grancelli if he can beat Uloff. Grancelli working into the backhand. And DeWolf has it underneath the pad. So chance for Nick Grancelli shorthanded to tie this thing up. But a better save from Callum DeWolf, keeping that one on the right side of the goal line. As Atkinson will work this one back. A stretch pass out for Moore is out of his reach. That'll be an icing call, and we'll go back 200 feet. Now this one's worked in by Baird. He has a lane to the net. He's taken down, and that'll be called on the play. A trip. We'll turn this into a 5-on-3 and possibly even more. And now Saunders goes after Baird behind the net. Cole and Corkum headed both to the box for the Kings. And the Kings will send out Charlie LeBlanc, Jacob Amiro, and Jaden Weston. Referee will get these penalties figured out in just a moment. Jackman will head over to have a word with the referee just to figure out what's going on. So the original penalty to Frazier with 39 seconds on the clock. And then a 2-minute minor to Corkum, which will probably be followed up, I would assume, by the 2-minute minor to Cole at the exact same time. Just not enough room on the clock for all three. As that shot from Rennie goes off the bar. Cochran back to Rennie. He'll shoot again, and that one's wide of the net. Rennie, he'll load up. Give this one off to Cochran. Cochran back to Parker. His one-timer's wide of the net. Picked up down low by Cogger. He works it out to Rennie. Cross ice. Parker's shot off the helmet area of Saunders. It'll go back all the way to the point. Rennie will have to corral it and start up from his own zone. Maddox Rennie drops off to Cochran, at the point. This one's out of his reach. Weston, one of the three kings out there, trying to kill some time. This one finally picked up and worked free, but then Amiro, the one to hold it. Now Weston gonna kill some more time. He flips this one to the near side corner as Maddox Rennie goes back to pick it up. He'll work his way out to center. Maddox Rennie works his way in off the post. Now Jackman works his way down the near side, trying to burn past Pitts. He's gonna be stopped up, and that'll end that chance for Jackman. Cochran now stops up, tries to find the man he wants. That's Rennie on the far side, but his shot was blocked. Now Pitts to Rennie. Rennie walks in, shot goes off the pad. Now Pitts to Rennie behind him. He's got someone on him. That's Frazier jumping out of the box, and now Pitts will go back to grab it. And that'll do it for the first period. So after one, it's 2-1 for the Fundy Thunder here at the Colchester Legion Stadium. My name's Dayton Camo saying stay tuned. We'll be right back for the second period of play right after this. all set for the second period of play. My name is Dayton Camo, welcoming you back inside the Colchester Legion Stadium for period 2 between the Kings and the Thunder right here on High Button Sports. The draw is won by the Thunder and sent in to the offensive zone. The Thunder lead the Kings 2-1 after 20 minutes of play. Thanks to 2 goals from Jacob Cogger. Face-off one around to the back of the net by the Thunder. It's sent up the wall to Baird. He sends a long pass down the ice. And that will be an icing call. We'll go back down into the Thunder zone. Thompson and Moore walking in on the draw. Weston with the shot from the point. That one goes over the net. Chisholm comes in to help out in the far side corner. This one's in the skates, sent to the net. And now back into the corner. Atkinson will pick it up for the Thunder and look to start a breakout. He'll go off the glass, a man's best friend. And sent down on to DeWolf. DeWolf will leave it there, and that'll get sent up to Baird. Baird through center to Cochran. Goes cross ice up to Thompson. Thompson stops up. He couldn't find what he wanted, so he threw it into the slot area. It's taken away, and Warwick will drive down into the offensive zone. Pass out to the point. Couldn't find Laba, and this one's sent back in. And another icing call charged to the Thunder early here in this second period. Romaine took a bump on the near side from Warwick. Now a battle for the puck along the near boards. Working this one out was Cochran. Cross ice, giveaway for Grancelli, and that one's turned aside. Point blank. Romaine sends one back in. Grancelli takes this one away again. He tries to feed it back door, and it's taken away off a stick in front. Grancelli might have been better off to rip that one again. Now Cole back to Grancelli. One more time. They'll walk in. This one's dropped off to Lemoyne, who goes over the net. Now a pass in backdoor. Lemoyne almost whacked it out of midair. And now on it is Cole. They'll knock Rennie to the ice. And now a cross ice pass for Warwick. He lifts this one into the offensive zone. Now work to center. This one taken away by Max Parker. He works it back into the offensive zone, and Cogger gonna give chase down low. Gets back to the point, taken away by Thompson. Or Grancelli, excuse me, and he was away, but now it's back for Cogger. 2 goals already in this one. Cogger works in, finds a man at the point. Pass goes backdoor for Cogger. Couldn't get control of it. And now back at the point, it's kept in. And now put down in the corner. Cogger back to the point to McIver. McIver shot blocked. Parker sends one in. That one's gloved in front by Saunders and sent to the corner. Now pass goes back into the slot. Frazier has a lane. He's driving wide to the backhand. He scores. Big Ben drives in, slides it home on the back end, and we're all tied up here in Truro. Draw won by the Kings. It's sent back into neutral ice. That's Frazier. He lifts one down, and that'll be an icing call from the wrong side of the red line. He lifted that one. Face off one, and Jackman collects it, sends it around the wall. This one's picked up and sent cross ice to Pitts. He tried to go up and hit the winger. Glove comes off down low from Pitts. And now Amiro with speed working to the middle. That one's taken away. He's going to wrap around the net. Jacob Amiro rips one, and that one's blocked. Didn't get to the front of the net. Now Frazier one-hands it into traffic. Charlie LeBlanc picks it back up. Now back to the point for Amiro. Amiro walks, fires. That one's into the corner. Now back for Frazier. Makes a move, puts it into the slot. Jackman picks it up. Now he'll continue on into the corner. Back to the slot. Now Frazier, his shot off the blocker. This one's high. Back to the point now to Corkum. Corkum going to the benches. Saunders penalty coming. And now this one's up into the netting. But the faceoff will stay down in the zone. A cross-checking call coming to, looks to be Jude Cochran. Face off, one back by Weston. He corrals at the point. Now Thompson. That's my mistake. That was 15, not 16 in the box. So Cochran not in the box. It's Reed for the cross check as Thompson works his way in. A good defensive play there by Laba. This one sent down the ice. Weston has to go chase after this one and start the breakout. Thompson from his own blue works up, drops to Weston. His shot doesn't make its way to the blue paint. Now back across for Weston. The defenseman down low on the power play goes back up top. Lively in front. Glover, he's spun and shot. That one's turned aside. Now Neufeld goes back to the point. Glover now down low. He backhands one around the wall. Lively picks it up. Lively still with it. A couple of Kings come in to elbow. Glover and Neufeld in there with it now. Lava still able to keep it. But now at the point, Thompson goes back to Weston. Now back to Thompson. Weston at the top. His shot goes through a rebound in front. It's sitting there and it's cleared to the side as Uloth will throw it off the glass. And that one's down on Saunders. He's got a man on to him. That's Cogger. Now up through center. This one hits a man coming off the bench. No call. Now up through center, Lemoyne. He's got speed. He rips one after the whistle. And that one was offside at the line. Lemoyne wins that draw, goes back to Romaine. Romaine, a long stretch pass up. Couldn't get a stick, and that one will be an icing call. We'll head back down to the other end of the ice. Now Lemoyne works up again. His shot turned aside by DeWolf. .11:37 left to go here in the second frame. Just about halfway gone. Face off one, it's played back to center ice. Sidarik grabs a backhander and throws it deep. Now a long pass out. Rennie tries to hit Cochran. No icing is the call as Romaine goes back. Sidarik plays it back to Romaine and he spins it around the wall. Gets to the point. Shot goes in. That's wide of the net. A couple people jumping in front of that one. Sidarik up the wall. Now Jackman. He's got speed. He's going to burn wide. He's got to beat McIver. He's got Cole in the middle. Rebound sitting there, and that one goes wide of the net from Grancelli. Now Thompson, or Jackman, excuse me, in front. Grancelli. Back to Romaine. His shot blockered up into the netting, or into the glass, excuse me. Now Romaine worked it back down low. Jackman trying to strip his man of the puck. Now a battle on the near side. Worked over. Grancelli throwing one down onto DeWolf. Max Parker will come and reset here for the Thunder. A long stretch pass tipped in by Uloth. Now Corkum up through center to Frazier. His saucer pass taken away, and McDonald, or LeBlanc, excuse me, was falling. He gets back up. Thompson tried to hit a man through center. Thompson goes back to Charlie LeBlanc, to Corkum, his shot. He fanned on it. This one sent back down for Amiro. He takes a slash, and now a penalty coming. Amiro runs into Saunders, and now it's up ahead for LeBlanc as the whistle goes. A penalty call coming. A slash from Uloth. So the Fundy Thunder captain heading off for 2 for the slash. It'll send the Kings back to the power play. Neufeld wins that draw. Corkum comes in to collect it off the face-off win. Now Amiro walking the line. Gonna walk down the half wall and go back up to Lemoyne at the top. Lemoyne to Lively. Lively walking in. That one's wide of the net. Now working out with Corkum. That one's jammed back into the corner. Amiro will pick it back up at the point. He walks. They'll fire. That one's wide of the top corner. Neufeld jams. That one's across and past the crease. Now Lemoyne will pick this one back up at center. Backhands it across to Amiro. Now Amiro down in his own zone. He's getting pressured. They'll work a pass cross ice to Lively. Lively almost worked off the puck there, and they'll dump one in. Neufeld will chase around that long slap shot down the ice from Atkinson. Fresh legs for either squad. Long pass up to Jackman. He'll stop up. Warwick takes a tumble. He'll hear it from the Kings bench. Now Weston works his way up. 15 seconds to go on this power play for the Kings. As Jackman has worked into the wall, this one gets sent back down into the Kings' end as Trent Uloth is set to come back onto the ice. There's Uloth working in as the other 91 works into the zone, and that one's turned aside. Jackman trying to go for another coast-to-coast beauty like he had earlier in the first. So an icing call will come back down into the Fundy Thunder end. 6:45 to go. This second period is just flying by. Face-off is won back to Sidarik. Now Grancelli gets a return feed, and that one's mishandled. Now back to Sidarik at the point. Sidarik down low. Now Cole sends one through the crease. Picked up by Frazier, and he'll send one deep into the offensive zone. Frazier, cross ice to Cole, working in, scores! A quick shot to the 5-hole. And Cole has the Kings up 3-2. Now played to center. Uloth and Corkum battling for this one. Uloth works in, tried to make a move. Couldn't quite collect it off the backhand. Now back to the point. Shot was blocked at the point. Frazier's shot will go in, and DeWolf will glove that up, no problem. 6:27 left to go. 5:27 left to go. Excusez-moi. Now a chance away for Laba. He's got one to beat. It's Corkum. Corkum beats him to that loose puck. Now behind the net, setting up is Jacob Amiro. Now Frazier goes back to Amiro. Amiro grabs it, tries to make a move at the line. And now working the other way is Uloth. Trent Uloth drops to McIver. Backdoor. Cogger looking for the hat trick. And taking away his hopes was Joseph Saunders. Maddox Rennie working in on the draw against Jacob Jackman. Puck battle along the near side wall. It's picked up by Jackman and worked to center. Jackman drops now onto the stick of Lively. A one-timer goes in from Weston. That one's wide of the net. Now the face-off will come outside the line. The latest Kings goal from Mason Cole has them sitting 3-2. Now a pass out front. This one sits in the slot. Rebound goes to the back of the net. Laba gets the lead on the flyby. It looks like he got the last touch on it. And number 55 in black has us all tied up at 3. Face off won by the Kings. Sidarik bobbles it off the draw as Chisholm will send it in. Thompson grabs that one back to Romaine. He bobbled the puck at the point, but the shot still goes through. Now Chisholm on the half wall collects it. Colt coming in to help him out. Chisholm goes back to the point to Sidarik. To Romaine. That one's blocked. Sidarik one-timer. That one's turned aside. The rebound sitting there. And that one's kept out of the net by DeWolf. Thompson said he scored. .312 left to go here in this second period. And a chance sitting right in the crease for the Kings is turned aside by Callum DeWolf. Now Grant Shelley Didn't know he had a man working out in front. Lemoyne now calling for that one. He bobbles it at the point. Now Amiro also bobbles. Now picked up by Mason Cole. His shot off the pad. Grancelli down into the corner. Cole takes a bump. Now back to Amiro. Jacob Amiro trying to settle that puck as he walks the line. Wasn't able to, so he threw one down in behind the net. This one's out front to Cole. He couldn't handle that one as it was about a foot off the ground. And now McIver comes in and he drops for Ulof. Ulof looking to walk in and rip one, but no room as Grancelli comes back the other way. He cuts to the middle. Grancelli fires one off the glove, and Cole sits there on the rebound, is covered up by DeWolf. Jackman works back in on the draw against Moore. Jordan Jackman wins that draw, back to the point. Down to Ben Frazier. Glover with the one-timer, that one's turned aside. Now Frazier, walked out, ripped one, and that one's over the net. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the second frame. This one up into the netting once more. Second U16 AAA game of the weekend for myself. Called the St. John Vito's win over the Moncton Thunderbirds last night from the Q-Plex. That was a nail-biter down to the last minute. Now Jordan Jackman looking for a lane in front. He couldn't find the loose puck. And now Glover chips that one back up the wall, out of the reach of Atkinson. Sent back in to the to the King zone. And that will be whistled up. Linesman pointing to the Kings side, so we're going to draw outside the line over in front of the Kings bench. Thompson on the draw, but it's won by the Thunder and sent into the zone. Laba sends a shot through. It's blocked by Saunders into the corner. Now picking this one up is Lively. They'll flip one into the zone. Nathan Laba. He's got the tying goal. Back to Romaine. Romaine goes up to Lively. He's got Neufeld crashing the net. Tried to go back in front for Thompson. Thompson goes down to Neufeld. Now to the point. Romaine goes across to his partner, Sidarik. Sidarik makes a couple of moves at the line. He's tripped up and a penalty coming. So over the boards come the top line and the power play unit. Frazier off to the box, so the Kings back to the power play. Sidarik walks cross ice. Lemoyne, his shot blocked in front. And the puck played back to Sidarik, but it's out of his reach. And that will do it for the second period of play. Through 2. We're all tied up at 3 here in Truro. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the third period of play right after this. Welcome back inside the Colchester Legion Stadium for the third period of action between the Kings Hockey Club and the Fundy Thunder. My name's Dayton Camo saying welcome back. I hope you're set for the final 20 minutes. It should be a good one. Teams are tied at 3 through 40 minutes of play. One other game across the network on High Button Sports right now. The Bay's U16 Valley Wildcats lead the Harbor Rage 5-2 at Cole Harbor Place. But all eyes are on this tie game in Colchester right here, right now. And we're set for the third period. We're underway. This one gets sent down into the Thunder zone off the draw. Amiro pinches in at the point, but Uloth able to work his way out. Now Weston makes his way up with Jordan Jackman flying down the wing, but the pass was a little too hot to handle. Now Jackman picks it back up. He throws a backhander in front. That one's taken away, and now a chance at the side is just jammed wide. And now Amiro across to Weston. Down low to Frazier. Frazier had that one poked off his stick. Now Amiro walks in. Takes the drop. Drives in on the backhand, and that one's stopped in front by DeWolf. He had that one somewhere in his gear as it falls out from behind his pad. Face off one back to the point. Amiro has it as Jackman has to pick up his drop stick. Jackman drops for Weston. Weston shot, block it away. Now in the point, Reed has it. I'll throw one around. This one's kept in by Frazier. He works his way to the middle slot, and that one's turned aside. Frazier back on the puck. This one's worked to the side by Warwick. He'll work his way down the ice. Backhand move to the middle. And Jordan Jackman will pick up the loose puck, make his way up through center. Jackman works a shot in. That one's gloved down by DeWolf. 18:07 left to go here in the third frame. Face off one down the line into the corner. Chisholm has pinched off the puck. Referee had himself in the way of that pass, but Atkinson able to get it out of the line. Now working up is Baird. His shot gloved on by Saunders, and they'll stop that for a quick face off. Face off coming to the left of Joe Saunders. Works back, picked up by Baird, sent towards the net, gloved on by Saunders again, and they'll stop for the whistle. Now Culp spins one up the near side. It's picked up by Chisholm. Chisholm and Lemoyne trying to work in. Lemoyne picks it up in the corner, goes back to the point. Romaine across to Sidarak. He shoots. It's blocked in front by Atkinson, and he's feeling that one. Sidarak to Romaine. Romaine shot in front. That's blocked again. Sidarak unable to keep the line. Now across to Culp. Culp sends a quick pass up to Romaine. Romaine drops for Lemoyne. His shot blocked away by DeWolf, and now it's back behind the net to the point to Sidarak. Sidarak in. That one's chipped up the wall. Onto the stick of Gannon. Now Sidarak picks one up, throws it up the near side to Lemoyne. Lemoyne working in his shot. Couldn't get one off as he was tied up in front of the net. This one sent down the ice by Fraser and picked up by Jacob Amiro. Cogger working in. He'll give a little love tap to Amiro behind the net. Worked back out. Cogger back on it. He'll throw a bump down low. Sent back out to the line. Max Parker will dump it right back in. Amiro on it. Down the far side. Picked up by Parker, and he'll work his way back into the zone. It's blocker to the side. Into the corner. Now a chance in front. That was saved by Saunders. That one was point blank. Now a shot goes in. This one's wide of the net. McIver down low. Uloth trying to walk out and jam it home. It's under the pad of Saunders, and he keeps it on this side of the goal line. Jackman and Uloth, the 291s, the two skippers on the draw. This one's one back. And now Cogger will set up right over the offensive line. A hard pass across. This one's gloved up by Saunders. And a face-off coming. Jackman going to be worked out of the draw. Charlie LeBlanc coming in to take it for him. He wins it. LeBlanc will join the rush with Fraser. Fraser will work in a shot from a bad angle, and that rebound is sitting in front of the net. It was cleared. Weston poked it back in with the glove. Kept it alive as he plays it down to LeBlanc. Jackman's shot was blocked. That one's back down in the corner. This one's played around the near side wall. Glover first to it. He'll chip it back for Jordan Jackman. This one played up the wall to LeBlanc. He can't escape the zone. That gets back over to Glover. Glover up the wall, chipped at by Fraser and sent to the middle. LeBlanc trying to chip at that one. He can't get it by, but now Jackman does. A couple of nice moves by the captain. And now Fraser intercepts. Walks in. That shot just goes off the blocker and back into the corner as Neufeld goes back to pick it up for the Kings. Jackman, the captain, he's still out there. Trying to center one, and that one's bobbled in front. Sent wide of the net, a penalty coming. Saunders will make his way to the net. The extra attacker coming out for the Kings. Sidarak plays it back to Lively. Cross ice for Romaine. He'll go back to the top to Sidarak. He's got a lane. He shoots. That's blocked in front by Warwick. and that'll exit the zone. It's into the possession of Rennie. He'll shoot this one into the open net, and he'll get a talking to from the official. So Warwick will head off to the box. Uloth will take the draw down in the corner against Lively. Pass back to the point to Lemoyne. Walking in, fanning on that shot was Romaine. He'll pick it back up and go around the wall to Lemoyne, but he's way off the wall. Not able to pick up that puck that was rimmed around. Now working it back across is Romaine. He'll pick that up, diving in there. And now picking it up is Neufeld. Neufeld on the wall, drops back to Romaine. Now Lemoyne. Lemoyne shot, hit a leg in front. That was off of Uloth. Now back to Lemoyne. Lemoyne walks down. He's going to drive, look for an option. Now it's back to the point to Romaine. Romaine fires. This one's in front, bobbled by Sidaruk. Sidaruk still sitting in the bumper position. Now Lemoyne, he'll rip one, fire, and that's blocked in front. Feeling all of that one was Uloth. Now Sidaruk works it out. That one's fired over the net. Romaine back down behind the net. Sidaruk giving chase down there with Uloth. Uloth hammers him in by the numbers, and that one's put back down low. Sidaruk playing pitch and catch, and Lemoyne's shot was blockered away. Neufeld has to give chase on it. It's back to Amiro at the point. He keeps it in. Amiro is going to walk, drive to the front of the net, and that one's over. Now Amiro at the line. He'll try and fire one down, and this one is sent down the ice by the captain, Trent Uloth. Now up the wall, Culp. Landon Culp will work his way up through center ice. This one stays onside. Culp finds Thompson. Chisholm had that one poked off his stick. Corkum goes back up to Chisholm. Now back up, Culp. He finds it, drops it, and gets the return feed off a leg. Now working that one around a man is Atkinson, but it's chipped back the other way. And Atkinson still got it. He's going to push it back down into the offensive zone where Weston will chase and break out. Now Corkum takes that dump in off the pad of Saunders. He'll work a long pass ahead for Thompson. That one's out of his reach. It's on net though, so that one's no icing. Just under 10 minutes to go now. It's sent into the near side. It's behind the net. Worked up to Mason Cole. He goes cross ice to Jordan Jackman. He's going to try and make a move. He's stopped up at the line. Trying to find a pass, but that one was White. He'll go into the offensive zone. And now behind the net, picked up out front to Cole. This one's knocked off and put up front to Jackman. He looks for an option, drops back, and that one escapes his own. Glover back across off the skate of Romaine. Up the wall to Jackman. He lifts one into the offensive zone and goes for a change. Now Sidarik at the point, goes across to Romaine. Romaine down low. He looked for Mason Cole backdoor. He was unable to get control of that one. Now back up to the point to Sidarik. Sidarik gonna quickly throw that one into a pair of skates. Now back down the line. Grancelli will pick it up. Cole knocks it back up the half wall. Cole gives his man a bump. A long pass ahead intended for Ulot. That one's out of his reach. Now Lemoyne ahead. That one's off the side of the net. Now McIver to the middle. That shot is turned aside into the corner by Joe Saunders. Cogger had it in his feet. He couldn't find it. Still in the feet. Now McIver picks it up. LeBlanc goes up the wall. Frazier trying to make a move and work around his man. He does, but the loose puck picked up by McIver, and he's going to send it in deep for a change. Corkum now. He gets bumped off the puck. Warwick in front to Cochran, and that one's just out of his reach. 7.5 to go here in the last period of regulation. This puck sent in down deep. Warwick on it now. They'll center it out front. This one taken away, and now Laba will work in. LeBlanc trying to get to that puck, but Laba will fire a shot on. That one's off the stick, up into the netting, and we will get the first whistle in a while. Amiro now, he'll work to center, slashes the stick right out of the hands of Cochran, and that will be a penalty. Out goes Cogger, Uloth, Parker, Cochran, and Rennie. The power play unit here for the Thunder as they try and take the lead and break this deadlock. Late in the third, Glover gets the puck off the draw, sends it to the point. It's kept in by Parker, sent across to Maddox. Rennie, he'll shoot one. Looking back door for Uloth. That's taken away. Shot goes off the post. And now Cogger working in back door. He's looking for an option. Goes back to Rennie. Rennie, shot goes through into the corner. Parker will drop down and corral it. Goes back for Cogger. Cogger to the point. Cochran. Now Parker. That shot goes off the glove into the netting and out of play. A minute 21 left to go here on this power play. Same unit staying out there for the Thunder. Parker at the point. Backhands it down low. Now goes to Rennie. Rennie walking in. He lets one go, and that's off a body in front. Jackman, he's going to turn on the Jets and go all the way. He sends one into the corner. No one's with him. Lively stopped up behind him. Now Jackman intercepts in front of the net to the forehand, and that one's just over the netting, out of play. Jordan Jackman trying to put one home just like he did in the first period. Just couldn't find the hole on the blocker side of Callum the Wolf. Now working this one up is McIver. He's going to drive around the net. McIver works, spins, fires. That one's off a body in front. Atkinson plays it down. That one's out of play. 5:19 to go here in regulation. 21 seconds to go in this penalty to Amiro. Now work to the point, off the draw. Charlie LeBlanc trying to work past a couple of defensemen. He's got a man back door. That's Lemoyne, but he's worked off the puck. LeBlanc gets back as Atkinson works it down the near side. Pokes it ahead for Moore. Moore, shot glove down by Saunders. And that will be a face-off to the right of the Kings goaltender. Just under 5 minutes to go. The chance at the side of the net is put wide by Moore, and now Jackman plays one back behind the net for Weston. Weston goes back and forth with Corkum, poked off the stick and picked up by Culp. Landon Culp. Long stretch pass up ahead, and that one they say is offside, and that'll go all the way back. This draw coming inside the Kings zone. Now Parker going back for it. He'll work his way to center. Max Parker, he's getting worked off by Jordan Jackman. This one sent back down. No icing on the play. Landon Culp giving pressure down in the offensive zone. It's worked up to Maddox Rennie. Puck's poked off of the stick of Rennie and back into the Thunder territory behind the net off the stick of Chisholm. Now up for Jackman. He's going to take that one away, trying to find a man in front. And that one was out of the reach of Culp. He was tied up. Back to the point now. Romaine, cross ice, Sidarik. Over to Romaine. Down low to Neufeld in front. Culp. That one's sitting there. They score. Landon Culp breaks the deadlock here and puts the Kings ahead. It's 4-3. Amiro gets that pass from Corkum off the draw. He'll go up through center to Thompson. Thompson has that one taken away. Laba will work it into the offensive zone. He'll work down for a hit on Corkum. Cogger tries to send one through, and now away goes Frazier on the breakaway. He'll walk in. That one's wide of the net. Now working up is Laba. Laba sends a backhander across. It's taken away by Thompson. Now up goes Amiro. Driving in. Now Amiro down low. He'll play it to Neufeld. Chopped at by Cole. Now back across to Corkum. His shot goes in. It's bobbled in front. The rebound sat there, and it was cleared away. Out of danger. Now Grancelli, his shot will go up into the netting, and that is out of play. Under 2 to go here in this final frame. Wyatt Baird picks one up, sends it back out to center. Glover has to try and pick that one up. Now Atkinson working in. He's got a lane, but the shot is blocked. And the pass in front blocked as well as Saunders pounces on that one. Wyatt Baird catches the attention of the official, and they'll call a timeout. We'll be right back on High Button Sports. Net is empty for the Thunder. And the face-off is won. Back to the half wall. Baird picks it up. Shot in front is blocked. Saunders didn't know where it was. Baird goes back to the point to Rennie. Rennie picks it up. His shot blocked in front by LeBlanc. Jackman picks up the loose puck. He looks ahead at the open net, and he ices it. Jordan Jackman puts the icing on the cake. And the Kings Hockey Club has come into the Hub City and spoiled the party. .103 left to go here in this final frame. Jordan Jackman will work in on the draw one more time. He wins this one back to the point. Corkum walks in off the legs of Jackman as he jumps in front. Jackman still going full motor as he goes back to Amiro. Amiro works in, cuts into the slot. His shot over the net. Down low, LeBlanc giving trouble to the Thunder as Cogger flips one to center, taken away by Amiro. They'll rule that a hand pass. And with 30 to go, we'll get a face-off outside the Kings zone. Face-off won by the Kings. They'll send it back down into the offensive zone. Culp will chop at it. And he gets the dump and attempt from Glover in the bread basket. That one definitely might have been a stinger. You know, the chest protector sometimes can end a little high, and if the belly takes a stinger from a puck, it definitely doesn't feel the nicest. $10 to go, and the clock will run down. This puck tied up in the corner. You hear the screams from the Kings bench, and that'll do it. The Kings Hockey Club takes home the 2 points. Like I said, they come into the Hub City, spoil the party here at the Colchester Legion Stadium, and they'll win it by a score of 5-3. My name's Dayton Camo for High Button Sports, saying happy holidays, Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and all of that good stuff to everybody. If you're traveling on the roads tonight, be careful wherever you are. A chance of snow tonight in the Ocean Playground. For everybody else at High Button Sports, we say thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.